Yeah, I know, it's definitely not a good time to be a Nazi.
How's it going, people? Welcome to another review by me. This time I am talking about the new satirical comedy from Taika Waititi, Jojo Rabbit. Okay, so I'll do my usual thing, like if you're new to my channel, which is I will give you a little bit of a synopsis. Then I do my non-spoilery review. And then after that, I go into a few spoilers and then give my opinions and then give my star rating at the end. But don't worry, because on the screen I will flash up a little timestamp for you after I've done my non-spoiler review that you can click to and then not be spoiled and watch the end of the video. Yay, isn't that nice? So, see, I think of everything, don't I? Anyway, so yeah, right, that's enough of me talking all that nonsense. So, yeah. I'll give you the synopsis then, I guess. So, Jojo Rabbit is a World War II satire that follows a young German boy called Jojo, whose entire worldview is completely turned upside down when he discovers that his mum is harbouring a Jewish girl in the house. So, aided by his imaginary best friend, who is a complete and utter idiot, Adolf Hitler, he must confront his blind nationalism and make a choice. Yeah. So, that's your synopsis. My opinion then. I loved this film. I really loved this film. It's a beautiful movie. It's basically it's like a coming of age film, but also a redemption story as well. It's obviously it's complete and utter satire. All the Nazis and everything in it are utter idiots, and you are shown how like the propaganda is fed to these kids and stuff about Jewish people, and how it's just so ludicrous and ridiculously over the top. Taika Waititi is a fantastic comedian and a fantastic comedic director. It's surprising, very surprising, that he managed to get backing to do this film, like to release it, because it is very tongue-in-cheek, like very tongue-in-cheek. But it's, like I said, it's really heartwarming. So yeah, let me go reel off some of the actors for you. So we've got the young lad who plays Jojo, Roman Griffiths. Griffiths? Is it Griffiths or Griffin? No, sorry, Roman Griffin Davis. Okay, he plays Jojo, and he's got his little buddy who's called Yorkie, and is played by Archie Yates, another young lad called Archie Yates. And I'll tell you, Yorkie will steal your heart. Like when you watch this film, he's such a cute character, and like I say, the kid who plays him is a wonderful little actor. Like I've got to admit, actually, all of the child actors in this film did great, fantastic jobs. I see like some really bright futures for them, especially Roman playing Jojo. What a roller coaster ride of emotions that kid went through in that film. Like, they're really good, really good. Like very talented, and carry the film really well. We've got some big names in there. We've got Scarlett Johansson. She plays Jojo's mum. We have who else have we got in there? Oh yeah, the other child actor, the Jewish girl in it. Her name is Thomasin McKenzie. She's the character Elsa, who's the Jewish girl, and like she's fantastic as well. Like really good. Like I say, I can't praise these kids enough, really. Obviously Taika Waititi himself is in the film. He plays Adolf Hitler, the imaginary Adolf Hitler, and he's absolutely fucking hilarious. Like so ludicrous, and yeah, I'll wait until the spoilers and I'll tell some more about that. Like, who else have we got in it? I keep hitting my microphone. I'm really, really sorry. I'm making like banging noises. Who else have we got? Sam Rockwell. Yeah, sorry. Sam Rockwell plays Captain Klinzendorf, who is like this ludicrous Nazi captain who ends up getting demoted because of Jojo in the film. Who else have we got? Rebel Wilson. Yeah, Rebel Wilson. She plays Fraulein Ham. Normally I'm not a massive fan of Rebel Wilson. I don't know why. I don't find her that funny all the time. Don't get me wrong, like she is funny. But like I say, she's not my cup of tea for her style of her sort of comedy really. But like in this, like I've got to give her props, man. Rebel really smashes it in this. Like she is really, really, really funny. She does get some of the most ludicrous lines like in the whole film. Next to Adolf Hitler, of course. Stephen Merchant as well. He's in it. He plays like an SS officer called Dirtz. And there's a brilliant scene in the film where involving Heil Hitlers, and like it's just ludicrous, absolutely ludicrous. Who else have we got? I think that's really it, really, for the main cast. But like I say, there are many talented actors in this film. Like I say, Alfie Allen's in it in a bit. There's some others as well. I can't pull the names off the top of my head, sorry. But yeah, very talented cast. Like I say, a wonderful story of a coming of age story set in Nazi Germany. But don't get me wrong, right? Don't go into this film expecting it to be like just comedic all the way through, because there are some really deep moments in it. Because I mean, obviously we've got to remember that this is World War II, and like yeah, there are some serious gut punches in it, like with regards to dramatic moments. Yeah, it does remind you that what's happening is terrible, like really terrible. And like people, yeah, like it was just disgusting what the Nazis did back then. Obviously Germany now have moved very far away from that. But I don't know, like I say, I'm not going to get to political stuff anyway here anyway, yeah, but like I was saying, it is a gut puncher, like very emotional film. I did cry, yeah, it did make me cry. Like I say, it made me cry with happiness and also with like real sadness, like but yeah, like I say, I can't praise this film enough. It's so weird and quirky, and the concept is just insane. It's actually based on a novel, I found out, a novel that was read to Taika by his mother. And when he was a kid and she used to read this story to him, he had all this crazy visual stuff going on in his head apparently, like, and that's where Jojo Rabbit came from. So yeah, there's a little factoid for you. But yeah, like I say, this is brilliant. I don't know what else to say there without giving away some spoilers now. So yeah, I really recommend this film. Recommend it all the way, all the bloody way. So yeah, that's that then. Anybody who doesn't want to be spoiled, I suggest you skip to here, right there, in the video, because that'll take you to the end, where I give my final thoughts and my star rating. Yay! So yeah, anyway, but if you are going to switch off from here and you don't want to watch the end of the video because you're satisfied with what I've already said, then please, if you're not a subscriber, why not subscribe? Because I've got plenty more coming. And like I say, if you give this video a like as well, I'd appreciate it. I really would. Or even if you don't like it, stick a dislike on there. It's up to you. I'll leave it up to you totally. Anyway, so that's enough of me waffling on now. Time for spoilers. You ready? Spoiler time. Let's go. Okay, so you've all been warned now. Okay, so right, like I say, this film is a satire. Like, it is a total satire. It's an anti-hate satire, really. Like I say, it starts off like really light-hearted, or as light-hearted as you can get with Nazis, really. And like Jojo and Yorkie go off to kind of like a kids camp, sort of summer camp thing, but it's a Nazi summer camp. That's where we first get introduced to Sam Rockwell and Rebel Wilson, because they're both Sam Rockwell is the captain who's like leading this like sort of camp thing, and Rebel Wilson is obviously one of the assistants and stuff like that. Like, and like they go out and they're like doing like exercises and stuff like that. Like, but Jojo, as much as he has been brainwashed by the Nazis into like, you know, being all for Nazis and the, you know, what's happening and stuff, he's an innocent. He's very inside, like he has a good heart. Like there is something good inside of him. Yeah, and then so at this camp, Jojo has an accident. Right, Adolf convinces him to like basically just go nuts, and he takes a grenade, blows himself up basically. And you know, there's a scene as well at the camp where like some of the camp workers are really trying to get him to let's call it like goading him to kill this rabbit and stuff, and he just doesn't. He can't bring himself to do it, and hence why he gets called Jojo Rabbit. But yeah, anyway, so the start of the film starts that way, and then all of a sudden, like I said, after the accident, boom, we are carted back to Germany. I think it's Berlin. I can't remember, but I think it's Berlin where he lives. And yeah, and so he goes back home to his mum. He's all scarred and disfigured and can't walk properly. But he's still like obsessed with the Nazis, and he wants to be a soldier. He wants to go out and fight on the front lines and stuff. And because of what he did and what happened, when he accidentally blew himself up, he lost Sam Rockwell his like position and had him demoted down and stuff like that, and like all of his people with him, Rebel Wilson and everybody. So they get so Jojo ends up back with them, but like then they're like kind of doing like propaganda stuff, like sticking posters up and like like doing postal services and things like that. Like so that's what they give Jojo the job of, like going sticking posters up and stuff like that. And then like we see that one of the first real gut punches that comes in this film is like in the town square. There are like a few people who have been like publicly executed and hung, and that's like your first real like, ooh, yeah, don't forget these are fucking Nazis. Like they're horrible, they're nasty people, man. They'll do nasty things to you, sort of thing. And like there's, and like yeah, like Jojo asks his mum why. And like because they tried, really, they tried to go against the Nazi regime, and you know, like putting out like free Germany like stickers and posters and stuff like that, like, and yeah, and then obviously they get caught or outed, and then they get hung for it, publicly executed, which is like fucking brutal, man, like real brutal. And it doesn't show away either, it shows you them like hanging there, man, like quite graphically. It's like, ooh, it's rough, real rough. So then obviously after that, Jojo discovers that there's a Jewish girl living in his house, like his living in the walls or upstairs in the attic, and like Jojo doesn't know what to do. Like, you know, he does all these things like where he's like asking her questions about like Jews and stuff, and like, like some of the fucking things are ridiculous. But the girl Elsa, she plays to it, like, and she's like, yeah, I'm a nasty Jew, like, just so that Jojo stays away from her and stuff. Because if Jojo's mum finds out that she has spoken to that Elsa has spoken to Jojo, then obviously she can't really have her in the house, like, because of Jojo's fanaticism. So, and then Jojo knows that if his mum finds out that he's discovered it, Elsa, then he's going to be in big trouble, and Elsa said that she'd kill him. So he's got that in his head. But like, yeah, so, and after that you kind of like, it's like Jojo kind of going upstairs and like associating with Elsa and learning about her and coming to realise that she's not this horrible monster that has been made out to him, but like actually a really, really nice girl. Like, and there's some significant scenes as well. Like one spoiler I'll give away right here is like, keep an eye on shoes, because there's like some focus on like Jojo's mum's feet, and there's like, oh, and there's some real foreshadowing that goes on involving her shoes. Because, alright, massive spoiler, yeah, Jojo's mum ends up getting outed by the SS, like, and yeah, she gets fucking hung, man. Like, yeah, they kill her, like, they kill her off. So then it's just Jojo in a house, and he's got to try and like keep everything going, keep everything safe. And like I say, it's coming towards the end of the war. This is all set towards the end of Second World War, and then like in the end, like the Americans and the English bomb the fuck out of the place, like, and Adolf Hitler kills himself, like shoots himself in the head. And it's quite funny because like the imaginary friend version of him like progresses with what's kind of happening in reality. So like the last time we get to see imaginary Adolf, he's got a fucking gunshot wound in his head, like, and like half his head, and then he's got a small hole on the other side. So that's quite interesting how they did that, and quite good. And yeah, and like I say, you progressively see as Jojo is getting more and more familiar with Elsa, you see Hitler less, but when he does show up, he's more angry. He's angrier and angrier and angrier until the very end, like when Jojo basically fucking kicks him out of a fucking window. Like, that's it. Boom, you're out of my head. You're gone. It does have a very sweet, happily ever after ending. And like I said, because it's a redemption story, like Jojo in the end obviously realises that he's been brainwashed and the war's over, and he's now, you know, it's just him and Elsa, like as makeshift brother and sister. And like, this is like a cute little, like, almost like love story sort of thing. That's what I say, like coming of age and stuff like that. But yeah, it's really, really, really good. Okay. So yeah, like I say, some like actors who in this film stole the film for me. Definitely Archie Yates as Yorkie. He is a sweetheart, like an utter sweetheart. And then who else was it? Oh yeah, Sam Rockwell. Sam Rockwell is fucking hilarious in it, and Rebel Wilson is really funny as well. Scarlett Johansson is just wonderful anyway. She's a great actress. And Stephen Merchant's SS officer is fucking brilliant. That when he shows up, it is just hilarious. There's, oh god, yeah. And like I say, like, yeah, like I said, Roman Griffin Davis, keep an eye on that kid. He's going places. Yeah. So yeah, that's that. Really, I fucking love this film. Absolutely fucking loved it. At stars, I'm going to give it a solid 5 stars. Yeah, there we go. 5 stars. Boom. 5-star film. Loved it. So anyway, yeah. I don't know what else to say. Really enjoyed that film. Check it out. And stay tuned to me. And check me out. So I'll catch you later. Anyway. Alright? Yeah? Like and subscribe. Bye!